When amateur individuals or companies try to hide assets, they're usually not at the same level as professional fraudsters or narcotics traffickers in terms of where they hide assets. Usually amateurs, individuals, let's say somebody going through a divorce or somebody that stole some money from their company, maybe it's a fraud scheme, they're going to hide assets in common locations. And there's 5 that come up all the time when we look for hidden assets. First is hidden bank accounts. People think that if they open a bank account at some unknown bank, maybe outside their local jurisdiction, maybe in another state, maybe at a credit union, maybe they put it in the name of a company, in addition to their name, it's not going to show up. Well, guess what? They can be located. That's number one. Another common place where money is hidden is by purchasing real estate in another name. Many times this comes up in a divorce case, right? Where there's a couple that's getting divorced. Part of the reason for a divorce is often infidelity. And many times the party that's being unfaithful will purchase a small piece of real estate, a condominium, an apartment, a small house, in the name of their other relationship partner. And it's kind of like a little love nest, right? Where they can stash some money, even if it's just a down payment. They can put it in somebody else's name. And in addition to hiding assets, it's also a location to be secret with their relationship affair, or even be secret with other assets. Maybe things are being hidden there. Maybe it's artwork. Maybe it's other valuables. Maybe it's a safe with money in it. That's a very common thing. You wouldn't think that's a popular source, but many times somebody buys a $100,000 condo or apartment to hide some money and also to use for hidden activities. Number 3 is by delaying income or commissions. So if somebody's contemplating a divorce or involved with a divorce proceeding, they'll manipulate their income. If they're a salesperson, they can lower their commissions. If they're an executive, they can lower their bonuses. Sometimes you can even lower your hours at work and get paid later for them by delaying when your pay period hits. That is a very common way. You can also have excess withholdings from your paycheck. Some people will even go so far as to prepay their income tax for future years, so that money is actually being laundered by the IRS without them even knowing it. So by delaying or manipulating income or withholdings, that's a way to hide assets. That can also be discovered. Number 4 is selling assets for cash. Things that might have significant value: motorcycles, boats, tools, electronic equipment, maybe even things that weren't known about. And a lot of times these are sold on eBay or Craigslist, and they're sold for cash. And the cash either goes into a PayPal account, into a safe deposit box, a place where it's safe, but it's not going to be within the field of vision of the hidden party. And that's a very, very common thing. You might not think that's very common, but we've seen a lot of times where it's done on eBay, because then you don't have to spend any time leaving the residence to go sell something or to answer phone calls. It's all done electronically. eBay, by definition, requires that you have an account with PayPal or some other source to collect the money. Those are very easy to locate. And the number 5 top location to find hidden assets are non-bank type financial accounts. These are cryptocurrency, stored value cards, maybe alternate payment methods like Venmo or other payment methods where money can be accepted or placed, and it doesn't have to go into the traditional banking system for some period of time. So these are very common locations for assets to be hidden. When you're not talking about millions of dollars that a narcotics trafficker or some big Ponzi scheme will hide them, these are places where people will hide tens of thousands of dollars, anywhere between $5,000 and $80,000. Can be very easily located in these 5 locations, and based on the habits and the background of that person, it's very, very easy to discover for a client using tools, and you can find those on our website at activeintel.com.